Other than that, we are good to go, Coach. If turning it over to you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate everyone that's listening and watching. The final one I'm going to talk about is tight sets, and this is a formation that I would definitely highly recommend. In my opinion, the defensive side of the ball, it's very easy for you to line up in just a basic 2x2 set or 3x1 set. That's that's just a base set. If you don't have better players or better speed, you're going to have some issues against that defense. If you're ever struggling in a game or in practice, I would recommend going to a tight set because it causes issues with the defense. They're going to have, majority of the time go to cover two or, one of their checks, and you can really, really put a lot of issues, on the defense, depending on if you're going to run or throw the football. So I am an air raid based guy, and I'm going to talk about some, air raid concepts. But the first thing I want to talk about is our control throws. These are our run game throws. And what I spoke about previously in the last sessions is in our run game, play side, we are always going to block unless we tag them. So if we run the ball to the left, those receivers play side, they will be blocking. And we use the phrase, how do you relate to the football? Meaning if we're running an inside run, the receivers better know it's an inside run so they can attack defenders properly to block them by kicking them out. If it's an outside run, they better attack them properly to kick those defenders inside. I think that's very important for both receivers and O-linemen knowing where the run's going. Is it an inside run or outside run? And it really will simplify it for your offense. But this diagram shows our control throws. So as you can see, ball's in the left hash. We're on a run play to the left. That means these guys are blocking. Backside, we want to have always a screen built in. We don't tag this. This is our base. So any run we have to the left, inside zone, outside zone, power read, no matter what, they're going to run bubble. And we teach our quarterback pre-snap, if it's there, take it. Don't even mess with the running back. Just take that throw. If that D end and this apex defender's here, we're going to read through the D end. So if we're running inside zone to the left, we teach read through the D end. The alignment of our running back will be wider than most offenses because we really want to ride the running back so we can read that bubble. If he's really tight, that's going to happen a lot quicker, and your quarterback can't read both. I get a lot of questions like, how is it possible you teach the quarterback to read both? Because our running back width from the quarterback is a lot wider. His alignment's inside leg of the tackle every single time, no matter if it's a run, a pass, a screen, a route by the running back. He's always inside leg of the tackle because defense is always key to the alignment of the running back. Ours is always the same. And if it's not, we're going to coach them in practice to make sure it is the same. So, again, if we're running inside zone to the left, we're reading through the DN on the snap of that apex defender right there on that red dot flies in. He better throw bubble. That's an outside run for us. Now, if the ball is on the right middle and we're running inside zone to the left and any one of our offensive linemen or tight ends are touching the hash to the receivers, they will run a quick screen. So that's how we have it built in. We don't have a word tagged on the run. It is a built-in. So inside run left, they're going to run bubble. Inside run left, ball's right middle, they're going to run a quick screen to number one. So you can see the diagrams on the top and the bottom. We're running inside zone to the right. There's our quick screen. We're running inside zone to the left. There's our quick screen to number one. So those are our base roles. Again, they're not tagged words. It's built into the play. So here's a diagram of inside zone. Based off the front, we're going to man block, double team to one, double team to two, and leave the backside DN free C-gap defender. We say read the C-gap defender because if this defensive end short sticks into the B-gap, our right tackle is going to block him, and we're going to read that linebacker blocking off the edge. You never want to confuse the quarterback and say read the DN because if he's blocked, he might not read the C-gap defender. Again, play side on the inside zone to the left. The receivers are blocking play side, and we're going to bubble backside. So out of a tight set, so no matter if we're in 2x2 regular or tight, our rules still apply. So play side, they're going to block. Backside, we're going to bubble. Now, whenever we were in a 12 personnel, we never wanted our tight end to bubble. So we just knew personnel-wise, if we were in 10 personnel, he would block for the bubble. But if we had a big tight end right here, they would just stay right on and block that DN for us. So we were just running zone, just blocking that DN, hand that ball off to our running back. So it gave our defense we're facing different looks. So on this picture right here, we're base blocking right here, man block. They're double teaming right here to 6, and they're going to double team to 30. Our backside tight end is going to block the defensive end right here. We're going to hand that ball off. We could at times call a specific code or a word where he outside releases this guy and we read him. But right here, we're just blocking him and hand that ball off and getting crucial yards. Again, tight sets. A lot of times you get tight sets, you're going to get a lot of people playing cover 2, maybe 1 high. We're running the same exact play here, inside zone. Whenever you have success on a play, a lot of coaches get away from it. Why? We tally every time we get 4 yards or more. We tally anytime we get an explosive run or pass. If we get an explosive run, why not call it again? So this is the same exact play, the next play. It's a quick word. We use bingo, and they're going to go right now, run the same exact formation, same play, and we got another first down. Same exact play, double team to 6, double team to 30. They're double teaming right here, and we're going to block the backside DN. Really good job by our running back, trusting the offense and hitting that backside gap. Now we're running the other way, tight set, just running inside zone to the right. Right here, we tag the word where the tight end weeds. So he's leading backside, blocking an alley defender, and we're going to read this defensive end. So again, play side with our tight end tackle. They're going to block. Center and guards comboing the mic. Backside guards man blocking. And we are going to sift with our backside tackle. He's going to hold presence and then block this backer, and he has anyone in the alley.
Coach, I have a quick question for you. Why
Yes.
is the quarterback stepping into the LOS on ID?
Yes, so what we do is we teach 2 different footworks. Because his alignment's so wide, we teach the quarterback step into the line. Because if he decides to throw, if we're in 10 personnel and he throws a screen, it's a lateral throw deep down the line. This prolongs the read a little bit longer, especially when you face like a very athletic defensive end. You give that quarterback a little bit longer time to read him. If you go right now, this guy can step up the field and crash right now. So that's why we step up into the line. Anytime we have an RPO down the field, we call different footwork where the quarterback will stay where he's at and just pivot on his platform at 6 o'clock because we don't want him throwing down the field and step up into the line and he's 2 yards from the line of scrimmage. We want him at 5 yards from the center when he's throwing an RPO down the field. So right here, we're in a 2 tight end set to the left in a tight formation. We're in an inside zone to the right, and our tight ends are just creating an extra gap. So again, play side out here, our receivers are blocking. Backside, we got 2 tight ends so that they know they're in the run. Our tight end does a great job creating an extra gap for our running back. He inside. He knows the ball's going inside. How do you relate to the football? So he creates that gap, and then he's going to be off the edge to that guy. Really good job by our tight ends. Great job by our offensive line getting some movement. Our left guard moves this shade pretty good, and we get some good movement. Our left tackle does a great job of going vertical and picking up that linebacker for us. Really good run. Now off of that, we run inside zone to the left, okay? And we're reading this alley defender. So out here, we're blocking. We just call this a quick shoot route. These guys are going to block. He's going to block here. He's going to block here. And our tight end's going to act like he's blocking and slip. He's going to be behind the line of scrimmage. We're just going to toss it to him. When you run this play, you want to make sure this tight end's very athletic and he can run. We tried it with someone that was not very athletic, a little bit more weight on him. He just couldn't get there in time. So, again, we're reading this area out here. This linebacker went wide, give the ball. But because he stepped in, we threw that football. We got a lot of yards. Same deal. We're in a tight set. Okay, with our tight ends, these guys are out wide. They're blocking play side on the inside zone to the right. Tight ends trying to create an extra gap going down the field. Doesn't do the best job right here. I'd like to see him pick up at safety. or this outside backer right here, a corner. But we do a great job of getting some critical yards. Not very good by our right guard. He's leaning forward, should have been blocking that guy, but a very effective play by our running back. When we run this play, again, his alignment's inside leg of the tackle, and we're going to make sure that he's aiming at the A-gap and we're going downhill. Want his shoulders lateral. If his shoulders are pointing this way, he would have never saw this gap right there. So out of a bunch set, because we're on the ball to the left, we're bubbling to the field. So we teach the quarterback, again, read through the C-gap defender. Because they don't have another guy. There's 3 guys out there, no question, but there's no way he can get to our fastest receiver. So pre-snap, he liked it. We always use the word find the proof. So pre-snap, you like it, you better confirm. Find the proof of the snap. He stayed, so now it's going to tell the quarterback to throw the ball. If he would have flew out on the snap, you better be reading that C-gap defender and reading appropriately. Because he stayed, we got 1 block here, 1 block here, we'll get a lot of yards. Whenever you run bubble, you want to make sure that they're blocking in and he is running to the sideline. A defense wants to really do a good job of getting outside, forcing you back inside with these D linemen chasing you. We want to do a good job. We call it the sideline drill. Put the ball on your outside shoulder and use your weapon so you can fight off any defenders. That's an outside run for us. If that quarterback doesn't throw that ball, I'm all over him. That's an outside run. They didn't guard it. We're going to throw it. Force them to go 3 over 3 or 4 over 3. Now the run will be there. Here it is at tight. Again, we're running inside zone on the left. When we were in 12 personnel, this was a tight end. We're going to tell them to block, and our offense knew that. We're in 10 personnel. A lot more speed on the field. Play side, we're blocking. Now, anytime we're in a tight set, it trumps our rolls. When we're in a tight set, we're going to run bubble every single time. So here's a tight set. We're reading through the C-gap defender. There's our C-gap defender. There's the backer we're reading. Because he steps up in the box, quarterback throws that ball. Pre-snap, if his safety was down and they were 2 over 2, just read a C-gap defender. Because he's back pre-snap, we're going to read through the DN. He flies in, ball right now. As you can tell, we get a lot of yards right here getting the ball to our playmaker. Blocking-wise, whenever you're in a tight set, you want to make sure your outside receiver, his first step is lateral. If he goes vertical, this guy can undercut it and really blow up your bubble. So you want to make sure he gets flat and fast. Great job by our receiver play side. Again, how do you relate to the ball? He's got run to his side. He wants to get an inside stem and block that guy out. Good read by our quarterback. A lot of times because of how long we do our footwork, we get a lot of defensive ends attacking our mesh. When they attack our mesh like that, we had 2 rules we did. You better throw hot right now to the bubble or a screen, or you better just hand that ball off right now. If you pull that and let that ball hit you, it's your fault. Down here, again, we're running inside zone to the left. Play side receivers are blocking. We saw a safety was deep pre-snap. We teach a quarterback that. Read through the C-gap defender. Read through him. This guy ain't moving. He ain't moving. This is our fastest receiver. He's going to outrun that guy. Throw that bubble. That's an outside run. Throw that bubble. Let him go, and then go score. Now, pre-snap, if that safety was down, hand that ball off. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I had a question for you. Coach, do you ever throw arrow or out routes instead of bubble out of the squeeze or tight looks?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll tag different RPOs out there. We'll tag double slant. We'll tag arrow. We'll tag quick outs. Absolutely. This is just our base right now, and this is something that was very successful for us. But, yes, I would definitely tag some RPOs. Tight set, you can see a lot of the issues right here, with the defense. This guy, again, he's not flying out there. He's staying in the box. Throw that football. Throw that football. Read through the C-gap defender. That's why he's got to step up into the line. So right here, we're in 12 personnel. You can see our tight ends. We're running inside zone. Because we're running inside zone, both tight ends are staying in and blocking. And so are the receivers. Great job by our running back being patient, keeping his shoulders lateral. and find the crease being patient. Again, it's all based off your personnel. Let's see our left tackle get there a little bit more. He gets, that was a little bit more athletic of a DN. He would have cut that off and wadded that up. Now, one play we do really like. This is a called screen. We're running a version and a run look to the right of inside zone. All we did was tag the word slip. So it's inside zone right with the word slip. All slip is that it's telling the quarterback and receivers this is a throw to this bubble no matter what. And the word slip is also telling the backside tackle he's going to step down and then he's going to get out as well for the screen. So everyone else is running inside zone to the right, receivers, O-linemen. The only one who's not is the backside tackle and these receivers. We're running just a quick slip. We're getting an extra hat out, and we're trying to get that ball outside. A play we ran a lot this year, just an easy way to get an athletic tackle out. He's going to step down and automatically get out for the screen. Really good play to start off, to start the game off, a quick, easy throw for the quarterback, maybe a good 2-minute call, get the ball on the perimeter when they're all bailing. So another tight play we like is a naked. And this naked is very, very successful. It's a 12 personnel look that we like to run it out of. We're running outside zone, to the right. The back will be over here. So we're running outside zone to the right. So the back will be over here instead of there. First read is always going to be the tight end swiping. So he's looking like he's going to block this guy. He's going to be in the flat. He's our first read. He's at 3 yards. Very important. He is running as fast as possible with numbers. You never want to slow up. Quarterback, running back are going to mesh. Quarterback off the fake is going to gain depth to about 9 yards and run on the run. The running back after the fake is carrying out, grabbing his jersey, and running, act like he has a football. Up front, the O-line's running outside zone to the right. The backside tight end, he's going to block the DN for us. A lot of people ask me, how do you run nakeds when that DN just sits there? We have a 12 personnel set. This tight end's going to block the C-gap defender. When he gets outside of the W, so the H is outside the W, he's in his route, he's going to pin the C-gap defender down, and then he's just going to kind of drift with the quarterback no deeper than 5 yards looking for the ball. He is a second read. The third read will be a deep corner route by the number 1 receiver. So he's going to run inside and then stick it at 10 yards and gain to the front pylon. That's his landmark. And then the backside receiver is going to run a deep post, getting vertical first. If he goes across, he'll be way over here. He has to get vertical first, and around 10 to 12, he's going to start bending it to the middle of the field. So here's a good look of it right here on an outside zone to the left. Good fake by the quarterback and running back. This tight end's down. He's blocking the C-gap defender. This tight end's around. And that's the big reason why he's always the first read. In case you have any hot, you can throw the ball right now. As you can see, the corner route's wide open. Could have easily thrown that. Like to see him get more vertical first. He's too far over. But a great job by this guy kind of drifting, looking for the football. Another way to run naked out of a tight set. Like to see him come down more. If that was a more athletic DN, he would have disrupted this play. Come down, sell this more, be more physical. Be more physical, kind of drift. Good job by the quarterback getting the ball over top of that defender. We drill this every single day. Have a coach be this guy out of the bag, so he has got to get it over the bag. Here it is again. We're in an outside zone to the left. Good play action fake, showing the ball. Carrying your fake out. It's a really bad fake by a running back. Really, really bad. That's bad coaching. Great job by the guy taking the corner route. He's, covered by the corner. Great job by him going vertical more and taking it across. Our first read's not open, but our second read is. Very effective play because you're blocking this, sealing this up for the quarterback. So if you don't have an athletic quarterback, I definitely recommend this play because it helps get him outside the C-gap defender. First read's covered, but the second read's wide open. Great job by our quarterback continuing to run. That was not a very good spin move. So another play we like out of a tight set is our seam side power read. You know, a lot of people run power read. We got Phil from Clemson when Deshaun Watson was there, and this was a very, very popular play of theirs. We love speed option. Everyone loves speed option. Nowadays, a lot of quarterbacks just aren't very good at pitching the ball. You know, you got to practice it a lot. Here, all it is a toss. So the quarterback is going to have the back on the same side. The quarterback's role, you're going to take 2 shuffles, no more than 2 shuffles, and you're going to give the illusion of the pitch into the football. We're still going to read the play side, C-gap defender. If he sits it all, pitch it. It's a quick toss to the running back. If he runs out of the running back, that quarterback's still showing the illusion he's pitching. He's going to fake pitch and then follow his puller on a quarterback power run. Same rules for us. Play side, our receivers are blocking. They're blocking for the pitch, so how do you relate to the ball? You're going to kick those guys in. Backside, we still got bubble. So pre-snap, that quarterback has free access to throw the ball right now. Post-snap, he doesn't because we're reading this backside of this bubble. So it's only a pre-snap read if we like it. So here it is here. We're in a bunch set to the right. This guy's in a block. We're going to bubble to that side. So if we want to throw bubble right there, he absolutely could. He absolutely could have thrown bubble. We got a lead block by 2 guys. No problem if he'd have thrown that ball. Right here, see, you got the defender squeeze us. So we pitch it right now and go. Make him break that arm tackle. That running back, we're teaching him to get flat and fast right now. Don't wait. You can see the quarterback, he's going to shuffle twice and then pitch that ball. When he pitches that ball, a key point, he wants to follow it all the way through. In case it's a bad pitch or he drops it, he can get on top of that ball for any fumbles. Our blocking scheme, it's a gap scheme. If we have a 2 or a 2-eye, our center is going to go back, lock that guy. He's in a zone hinge backside. We're going to double team with our backside, our frontside tackle and guard to the backer, and our puller's blocking for 1 for the run. Again, we are reading that defensive end. I'd like to see our guard get out here a little bit wider. Great pitch by our quarterback. Good read. Good read. If you're having teams gap exchange on you, meaning he's flying down, he's over top, just have this guy block him and read the backer. Here it is again. I have a tight set. Again, backside because we're in 12 personnel. You know, here, our tight end decided to bubble, but he should be blocking right there. We're never going to throw a bubble to our tight end. From this angle right here, you can see our quarterback. Because we're in 12 personnel, we told our tight ends to block the C-gap defender. That's a linebacker right there. We're reading the linebacker. He jumps inside, we pitch it. He jumps inside, we pitch it. So here's an example of the gap exchange I was talking about. Because we got a head-up nose, our center's on him, and our guard's pulling around. Here's our bunch set. I do like to go under center a good amount. I think it sells play action a lot. I think it's good to run the ball out of it as well. Here we just had a bunch set, just running outside zone with a quick toss. Great job by our tight end. We taught double team read the hip. Hip goes away, you climb. Hip goes away, you climb. Good toss and gain some room. Good run by our running back. Tight set. Our next concept I'm going to talk about, I know this isn't a tight set. I'm going to show you the basis of where it came from. It's going to be our shallow concept. Our shallow concept is off of our all verts. So our outside guys, they're running go routes no matter what. So we're tagging a shallow by this receiver. If he's the shallow runner, his role is you're going to go vertical 1 step and then run through the heels of the D lineman as fast as possible. He is the first read in this play. It's a 5-step concept. The second read, the first receiver opposite the shallow, he's going to run an outside release dig route at 10 to 12 yards. He must outside release to get his eyes away from the shallow. If he inside releases him, his eyes will go to the shallow and he'll blow it up. So when he outside releases him, when he gets to 10 to 12, he'll throttle. If it's zone, if it's man, he'll keep running. Progression of the quarterback. On the snap, his eyes are going to go out in front of the shallow. If there's no one in this area, I never want to say read him or read him. If there's no one out in front, throw that shallow right now. If this guy sits or they spin the coverage and the safety's down, now your read is the dig. If by 10 to 12 yards, this guy's just bailing hard, you can definitely inside release. You did your job. Right here, our progression shallow dig back. Our back is going to run a check shoot after protection 3 yards away. Great job by the quarterback. Give him a nice, easy throw to our shallow runner and let him do his job. Get the ball to your playmakers. Let them earn their paycheck. Again, alignment by the back is everything. He's inside leg of the tackle. They have no idea if it's outside zone, inside zone, pass play, play action, or 5-step. Up front, we got man side over here, zone side over here. Good read by our quarterback. Here it is against Seton Hill. We just added a motion to it. If you guys like this play and you want to run with the outside guy, just put him off the football. If he's not the fastest guy, just motion him and snap him on the motion. It gives him momentum against man, against that corner who's stationary. Snap him into it. Again, outside guys are running go routes. Because the outside guys run the shallow, the inside guys got to go on a go route in numbers. Want to get them a little bit wider. But same rule, shallow, dig, back. Outside release, he gets to 10 yards. Now you can inside release. Easy read by our quarterback. Get the ball to your playmaker on 4th down and get a lot of yards. So here it is out of a tight set. I really like it out of a tight set. You can run to the boundary or field. Right here, we're running this to the field. Again, rolls first step vertical, next step through the heels of the D lineman. Read out in front of the shallow runner. If this Mike backer's behind him, you can absolutely throw that shallow right there. He better be more athletic. If someone's out in front of him, now you find your dig route. Great job by the dig runner outside releasing and getting to his depth. There's the window. If this backer was sitting here, now you got your shoot route. A lot of people who run this on a swing route. I prefer a shoot because you're getting them up into the line to bait this linebacker to cover you. If you run a swing, a lot of those guys just sit there because they'll rally to the swing route. Outside guys that aren't running the shallow or dig are running go routes. I like to see this receiver get more of the numbers. Great ball by our quarterback. Again, a tight set. If you're struggling because it's a base look, 2x2 or 3x1, I'd recommend going tight set. Great job by our quarterback resetting, getting his hips and shoulders in front of the receiver and putting the ball right on his chest. Here it is against Gannon. Run a shallow route to the left. No one's out in front. Throw the football. Again, the read. Eyes of the quarterback out in front. If his eyes are on him, he's going to throw him into the defender and get him absolutely crushed. Read out in front. He bails. Throw it. Great job outside releasing, getting his eyes outside, 10 to 12 yards. Throttle in that window. Here it is from the tight set. Great protection, great read by the quarterback. Here it is against Shepard. Run this to the boundary. Love it to the boundary. A lot of times you're going to get cover 2. Sometimes you're going to get cover 2 sink. We're going to get sink right here. Throw that shallow. I like to see him throw it a little bit quicker. Again, read out in front. No one's there. Throw that ball. Let him get some nice, easy yards. If you didn't like that, there's a window for the dig, and then there's your back. Very easy play to install. Next play I'm going to talk about is another tight set, very, very easy play to install. So it's tight. Our inside slots are H and W. They're going to run quick outs. So they're running 4-step outs no matter what. Our outside guys are going to run 10-yard curl routes. So they're going to get the 10 yards and come back down their stem. But they're going to read. If their safeties are on top and they're bailing, they're always going to slam it at 10 yards. If their safeties are flat-footed, have them run right by them. You got an easy touchdown. If they rotate and go middle field close, one high, have them run by them. So have them read them at 10 yards. They got to make a decision by 10. You got to give your quarterback and receivers a threshold. And then the running back who's not labeled will be a check down over 3 yards. Very important that he is in that progression. We teach read leverage. So if there's a backer that's head up on the H and inside leverage the W, we're going to read to the right because we got better leverage to the right. First read's always the out. Make them take the out away. If the corner sinks, throw the out. If the corner's playing outside leverage, read out to this curl or the go route to your back. So it's like a triangle, 1, 2, 3. If they ever go one high, they go one high, middle field close. We teach our quarterbacks to read the seams first. Read the seams first. It just turns into, a vertical concept. We have at times in a tight set when they go one high. When they know it's one high, they do gain a little bit more width, #+3 to make this free safety cover more ground. So here it is right here against Edinburgh. They knew pre-snap it was one high, so our outside receivers knew they were running. You can see him gain a little bit of depth away from the safety. It's a good ball by the quarterback. Again, mess with the safety. When we go one high, you want to mess with that safety, look them off, and come back. We had both of them wide open. A lot of teams like to play match where they both double the out. Great. We'll run this play all day. Double in the out, double in the out. We'll throw the seams. Good read by the quarterback. Here it is against Clarion. We're going to read leverage first. Absolutely could have thrown that out. They went match and they went covered both the flat. There's our curl route wide open. Why didn't he run? Because that safety's way over top. Why didn't he run? That safety's way over top. They both sit in the holes. If this backer went to cover this curl, now you have the back wide open on the check down. Great job by our receiver getting vertical as soon as he caught the ball. Better leverage over here. He's tucked inside. We're reading to the right. He flies. Ball. Here's against Ship. Better leverage to the left. We're reading to the left right there. Could have easily thrown that out. 4 yards is a great play. 4 yards is a great play. Good ball by our quarterback.
Hey, Coach, I have another question for you. Coach, do you teach the digs on the shallow concept to find grass or continue to run?
Yeah, so on the digs, we teach, if they're in man coverage, you'll know it's man on the snap. If it's in man, you're going to keep running. We want to get to 10 to 12 and keep running flat. If it's zone, he gets a 10 to 12 after he outside releases, we're going to throttle in that zone area. We don't want to run it into coverage. We want to throttle. We're not going to stop. We're just going to slow our momentum about 50% and kind of sink in that window. Again, great job by our protection right here. Easy throw. We're getting this against every single opponent. We're in different formations. Again, we're reading to the right, like the leverage here better. They cover the out. There's a window for the curl. Again, the timing there is really good by our quarterback. If he doesn't start throwing before he breaks, he's late. He's late. He already knows he's going to break down because he's over top. Throw that curl right now. If he gets way underneath it and is covering it, find your back. That's why your back is so valuable. So the way we taught this play, in practice on routes on air, we'll have two coaches standing right here, and sometimes we'll bail, and they got to make sure they sink. So we just have two lines. If these coaches are flat-footed, they better run right by them. If these coaches go one high, they better continue on running.
I have a couple of questions. What's quarterback footwork on this concept?
Quarterback footwork, we're going to teach rocker. Because he's got a quick out, and that's his first read, rocker is just one step. If he goes 3 steps, he won't be ready to throw that quick out. So we're going to teach rocker, just one step, eyes and shoulders to the flat. And if it's not open, we teach typewriter. You better get a line to the next progressions.
Thanks. And the second question is, Coach, do you ever play action to hold backers for the curl?
Say that again. I'm sorry, you broke up.
Do you ever play action to hold backers for the curl?
Yes, we will use play action. I think play action is very effective. We use play action with the inside zone. We've pulled a guard to show power. I think it's a very effective way to show it. If you do use play action, though, it better be a quick poke fake by the quarterback because you got to get that quick out, out a little bit quicker. As you can see, both these guys are taking the flat, so we'll take the curl right now. If this guy was about 2 steps up, I would expect this guy to run right by him. Great catch by that receiver. Headers against Millersville again. They take the out. We hammer that throw in. If you got underneath it, we better get the back out. The back should have got out right here. Didn't need the help. Great catch by our receiver. A drill we use, we call it the strike zone drill. You know, it's very easy to run. We'll put up 2 pop-ups here, a pop-up there, and a pop-up here. And anytime it's tight coverage, you know, you see a lot of picks where that quarterback leaves that ball high, and even though it's the receiver's fault, he should have caught it, he might get contact. If you leave the ball high and he gets hit, it gets tipped and it's picked. So anytime we had tight coverage, we always told the quarterback throw in the strike zone, meaning belt and lower, because if he gets hit, that ball's in the ground. You know, and if that ball's thrown low, it's only him that's going to catch that football. So we like to spice up with motion, you know, just a little bit of motion, a little bit of different look around the same exact play. And there's that window again. This receiver right here decided to run by him. He thought he was flat-footed enough to run by him. Hey, if he's okay with that, that's fine. He beats him towards the end. I have no problem with that. Don't really like this route. He's a little too deep right there. Good read by the quarterback. He chose this side better because of the leverage. That's fine. Not a problem. You can see how quick he threw that ball. As soon as he widened out, this backer widened out, he threw that ball right now. Again, strike zone. He got tight coverage, put that ball belt high. For only the receiver can catch the ball. I think that's a very important teaching thing. Love in the red zone. Wayne State was expecting a corner route. You know, we ran this play. There's the quick out. They're expecting the corner. You can see the safety getting off to the hash. He sat for an easy touchdown. Easy touchdown. Good read by the quarterback. Great protection. Man side, zone side. So one way we kind of spice this up is we called special. Anytime I use something different, we would just tag special to it. So right here, we're on a three receiver set. We just motion. I'm sorry, this is just regular. I'm sorry, I'll get to the special later. 2 receiver set, run the same exact play. We started out in trips. He motioned across, same exact concept, reading leverage. Now, they covered it pretty well. You can tell by Cal U, they all bailed. 2nd 11, they covered the flat, they covered the curl. Now the back's important. That's why it's very important the back to get out 3 yards. Nice little easy dump. Edinburgh again. Safety played over top. Didn't like it. Great job. This is 3rd and 7, guys. 3rd and 7. We ran this at 20 personnel. So we had the back in the backfield run the quick out. He ran the seam, the 10-yard stop or the vertical go. Didn't like it. Stepped up, found your back. He got our first down for us for 7 yards. Good read by the quarterback. So again, Shepard in the playoffs. There we out-leverage the flat defender. Good ball by the quarterback putting the outside shoulder. And we get 7 yards. Really good read. Again, reading leverage. We have better leverage over here. Come over here. We got better leverage over here. Go over there. If you like the matchup over here better because it's our best receiver on their weakest defender, take that matchup all day. Against Mercyhurst, same exact play. Great job by the quarterback. I think at times it's very hard for a quarterback to check the ball down. They're so, I want to chuck it deep. I want to throw my first read. You know, there were certain, drills I made them just throw it to the running back. I think you got to drill the quarterback in a period, throwing to the running back in this period. I really do, because sometimes they won't just throw it to the back. So here's the special concept I wanted to talk about. So we're in doubles. This is the PSAC championship game against Kutztown. This is a very big play. 3rd and 10, last drive of the game. We're on the same exact play. He still has his read. He's got the quick out. Now the motion guy, when he motions across, okay, he's running the quick out. This receiver right here is going to get to the same spot that he had over there. He's going to run a quick drag and ends up being wide open. So, again, this guy's run the drag. He runs a quick out in the motion. Good read by the quarterback. The drag route, we want him to get to about 4 to 5 yards and then stay flat. Here it is again against Shepherd. This time we just ran a different version of it. We just ran him around over the ball in OTB to occupy this backer, to open this window. We knew this game plan that this backer would take him, so it'd open a window up for this curl right there. So tight set, OTB, 10-yard curl. He still has the same read. If that safety was down, he'd take it. And it was a big 4th down play for us. This guy still has his same rules. Now, that safety fly down, I'd like to see him run over the top. Great poise by our quarterback. Great protection. Man side, zone side. So that concludes my my presentations. Here's my contact information. I would love to stay around for 10 to 15 more minutes to answer any other questions you guys had.
All right, thank you, Coach. Coaches, before we close up, I would like to share the poll with you guys. It should come up with your screen here. And you'll see some options to learn more about our partners and their products and services. Our partners are here to help you win more, and they are the reason you can deliver great training sessions like these. Please take a minute to say yes to anything that interests you. We'll give you a few minutes to ask some questions and to fill out the poll. All right, Coach, I actually have a question for you. Hey, Coach, is it possible to get the presentation sent over?
Yeah, I think the presentation is actually going to be online. If you give me your information, I could absolutely send it to you guys.
So yes, we will be posting the video to the Vault website, so you'll be able to play that back along with other sessions that we that have taken place over this weekend. So you'll be able to go back and watch it. All right, Coach, I got another question for you. What do you tell those seam reads as coaching points, when to go or sit?
Yeah, so the coaching point is 10 yards, you got to make your decision. So the best way to rep that is, routes on air, get coaches or, my opinion, get other receivers to sit there at 10 yards and just have them give different reads, have them bail so they know to sit at 10 yards and come right back down their stem. I think a lot of issues when people run curls is the quarterback and receiver don't know if they're going to round it, if they're going to come straight back down their stem. I think it's under your discretion, but we teach come right back down your stem. And if at 10 yards that safety's flat-footed, I have them run right by them. They're playing receiver. They should outrun that guy. He's flat-footed. You're running full speed. Run right by him and gain a little bit of width as you run right by him. And then if they roll one high, they start middle field closed, have them run, seams and gain just a little bit of width, #+3 to get away from the free safety.
Thanks, Coach So I have another question. In the future, will you and your staff be open to, staff visiting you at the Three Rocks?
S- Say that again. I'm sorry. In the future.
In the future, will you and your staff be open to, visits there at Slippery
Oh
Rock?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just contact us and let us know when you want to come up. We'd love to have you.
Thanks. I have another question. What do you teach the stow route versus man?
So versus man, that's a great question. Again, we've gotten man, and that defender was 10 yards off the ball, and as he's running, if he bails, just stow it up right now. If he's hip to hip and they're a man middle field close, have him run right by him. And I think it's up to the receivers that you have and the quarterbacks you have. What they would prefer. When we run stow routes on the outside to the outside receivers in a standard look, we always tell them, if you can touch them, run right by them. If you can't touch them, you better stow it up. And one thing we love as well is when we get press coverage on the outside, when you run the 10 yards, that receiver or that defender is going to think you're running by him. And if you just swipe by him and stow it up and you get the timing down, it's really hard to defend.